Hey guys, it is Rachel Leary here and welcome back to the Revolution Makeup YouTube channel. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I am sat here about to film this video and say these words. Before I even say anything else, I just want to say the biggest of thank yous to the whole Revolution team and Adam in particular and just all of my supporters out there, because none of this would be happening without you guys. And I'm sure you just want me to say, Rachel, what is it? Okay, so I'm going to introduce to you the newest Revolution makeup collab, and it's with me! Oh my god! So here I present to you the Revolution Rachel Leary Goddess on the Go palette, and this is the Revolution Rachel Leary Ultimate Goddess palette. I wanted to create something that I didn't have, which was just a super easy palette to take with me places, containing face and eye pans of the whole kind of spectrum that I love the most, which is obviously my bronzy and warm tones, but I also like to experiment with colour here and there, just like pops of tropical, vibrant tones. They're just my favourite thing to experiment with. So that's what I've gone and done. So this is a little close-up of the Goddess on the Go palette box. It's this gorgeous coral colour with a metallic gold writing and gold frame around the outside. I'm just going to open it up and show you what's inside. It's basically the same as the box on the outside minus the border, and it's got the most gorgeous coral matte finish, again with the gold metallic writing. Now it's time to open it up and show you. Obviously they would normally come with a little plastic protective sheet when you open them, but I have used these already. But so when you open it up, this is what my Goddess on the Go palette looks like. Oh my god, I've been dropping hints about the best shimmery bronzer ever. It's this one right here. So here we have a shimmery pearlescent shade. All the rest of these 5 shades here are matte, and these are 3 gorgeous kind of warm tone, coppery, bronzy shimmer shades for your lid to be able to just sort of create that either minimalist bronze smoky eye, or you can take it darker, take it to the night time with something a little bit deeper. But these are just slightly more on the go wearable colors for day to day. And it's got a bronzer shade, a gorgeous rose gold blusher shade, a highlighter, and a shimmery bronzer as well. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these all for you now. So here are all the eyeshadows swatched. So this is a shimmer. All of these 5 are matte, and the 3 end ones are also shimmers as well. So to start with, we've got Coconut Latte, followed by Peach Please. Then Straight Fire, which is like a gorgeous medium matte orange. We've got Pucker Up, which is like a burnt red. We've got Red Velvet, which is that gorgeous kind of deep red shade. And then this matte brown here is called Sweet Like, ... I'm sure you can guess the meaning of that. By the way, if you want the full kind of like meaning behind every name, although I know a lot of them are going to be quite self-explanatory, I have done a video on my channel where I go into a little bit more depth about the names and why it's so personal to me. But as we continue, these 3 here are the shimmers. We've got Obsessed, we've got Goddess, which is this gorgeous gold right here, and then Chi Chi at the end, which is the gorgeous kind of coppery shade. They are all the eyeshadows swatched from the Goddess on the Go palette, so obviously the slightly smaller one. I just kind of wanted to curate kind of the top colors, or like essential colors that I personally love for like a day-to-day eye, a signature look that I love. As you guys will be aware, like all of them are just my favorite colors, and obviously I love a shimmery inner corner. But I didn't want to just do an eyeshadow palette, I wanted face pans as well. When you're traveling or just on the go, I just like everything all to be in one place, you know? So I wanted to include face pans in there as well. So here we have the face pan swatched, and we've got a gorgeous medium matte shade called Caramel Slice, the most beautiful rose gold blush called Sunkissed. This is the shimmery bronzer I have been wearing non-stop. It is the most perfect golden shimmery bronzer called Golden Hour. And then we have your classic champagne shimmer, which is called Get It Poppin'. So that was everything swatched from my little Goddess on the Go palette, eyes and face. I'm so happy with the way that this came out, and I haven't even shown you the second palette yet, honest to God. I feel like this is perfect for literally anyone, but specifically for people that just prefer everything all in one place, like me. You know everything's gonna look good, super easy wearable shades to complement any eye color. I'm obsessed with it. I feel like this is like my new little best pal. Fits right in the bag. It's so bright and colorful. I've seen nothing like it, so that's kind of why I'm like so excited, and I've definitely not seen anything like my second palette, so let me show you that one. So a similar concept, this one is just a lot bigger. We've got a matte turquoise box this time, again with the gold reflective writing and the gold border. Gonna go ahead and open up this bad boy. Again, the gorgeous matte finish in this amazing aqua tropical vibes color with the gold reflective writing. Again, it would normally come inside with a protective plastic layer, but this is my ultimate goddess palette. We now have 9 face pans and 16 eyeshadows. How beautiful is this? Oh my goodness. I know it's got little swirls in it, like I said, it's just from where I've been using it. But instead of just the 4 face pans, you can now be a little bit more experimental, and there's a few more shade options in here. We've got a light matte bronzer, a sort of more darker shimmery bronzer, and then this is a dark matte bronzer here. We've got a shimmer blusher here, a medium matte peachy corally blusher here, and this is a shimmery peach blusher here. And these are all highlighter shades along the bottom, a pearlescent gold white, a goddess gold, and a slightly more pearlescent shade here. And then across the top, we actually have 8 matte shades and then 8 shimmer shades along the bottom. Again, there's still the bronzy gold colors that I love in there, but I've added a few pops of color to be able to experiment. And you guys know whenever I do experiment with color, it is normally with like pinks or a teal. I've added like a greeny gold money shade in there as well. But without me talking and going too much into it, I'm just going to go ahead and swatch these all for you, and then I'll give you a little bit more details on when things are being released, prices, and all of that good stuff, and then the tutorial. So these are all the matte eyeshadows swatched. Here we have Pina Colada. This one is Passion Fruit Martini. Duh. This one is Oh Honey. This red shade is 666. This is like my favorite transition shade. This is Tantastic. This matte pink is Baby Girl. This one here is Fine Wine, and this dark matte brown, which is slightly more of like a black brown than the other palette, this one is 70%. Again, I will have gone into more detail with regards to the names and why I picked them over on the video on my channel. And then here we have all the shimmer shades swatched as well. So this pale shimmery pink, this is actually a shimmery, like a really pale shimmery pink. This is called Glossy. This gorgeous like real gold. In the other palette, it was definitely more of a yellow gold. This one is more of like your proper gold. This is called Drippin'. This gorgeous, literally shimmery copper orange shade is called Twerk. This deep bronze, which I think is definitely one of my favorite shades, is called October. This teal, oh my god, obsessed, is called Paradise. This one here is called Cash with a $sign. This pink here is called Kisses, and this metallic red is called Boy Bye. I'm just so obsessed with those colors and the pigmentation. Honestly, I feel like all the colors in there allow you to create any sort of look that you want with pops of color or all over the lid, whether it's like a turquoise cut crease or just a really simple bronze smoky eye. This Ultimate Goddess palette has literally everything that you could need to experiment and do whatever sort of look that you want without it being too intense and too overwhelming with too many bright colors. I feel like I've included bright colors but of a wearable nature, which is it's kind of my aesthetic. Like when I do bright colors, they are of the wearable nature, and yeah, I'm just so happy with the way that those eyeshadows came out. So now on to the face pans. So here we have the Ultimate Goddess face pans swatched. So from this side we have the lightest matte bronzer, which is called Blonde. We have this gorgeous shimmery bronzer shade here, which is called Bronze Glow, and a dark matte bronzer shade called Indulge. Then we have this shimmery peach shade here, which is called Perfect Peach. This shade in the middle is called Rose, and the shimmery coral blusher is called Caroline. Then moving on to the highlighter shades, we've got this pale iridescent gold, which is called Glazed. This amazing golden yellow shade called Ultimate Goddess, and then this pinky highlighter shade called Aphrodite. I tried to be as inclusive as I could in terms of the shades in the Ultimate Goddess palette. Obviously it's bigger, I was allowed to have more pans, I could be a little bit more experimental with the colours and the shades and everything, so hopefully there is something in there for as many people as possible. I really just wanted to create, you know, something that included so much choice without being too overwhelming, if that makes sense. I just wanted to play on the face, play on the eyes, still creating the goddess look, whether that is just bronze goddess or colourful goddess. Just use these palettes to create the most gorgeous goddess eyes and face that you possibly can. So today is the launch day for both palettes if you have access to revolutionbeauty.com. It's also available on superdrug.com and in store today, and also on beautybay.com today. The Goddess on the Go palette is retailing for £10, which is such a steal for 9 eyeshadows and 4 face pans. And then this bad boy is retailing for £15. I just think they are such good value for money, especially just the overall quality of them is insane. It does come with a giant mirror. It's super sturdy but super lightweight as well. Just everything that's included. I'm just so happy with the way that these came out and just everything about them. I feel like I've disclosed everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. I do use both palettes in this tutorial to create a signature Rachel look, as you can tell. A super gorgeous bronze smoky eye, bronze glowy skin. I have created a more colourful look over on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. But without further ado, again, cannot believe these words leaving my mouth. If you want to see how I created this look using the Revolution Rachel Leary new collaboration palettes, then please keep watching. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and take a big fluffy brush and dip into the shade Passion Fruit Martini and use this as my initial transition color. This is honestly the like perfect transition color for any eye look. I love it so, so, so much. And I'm going to go ahead and mix Peach Please and Straight Fire from the Goddess on the Go palette just to further deepen up the crease. I just love how these two colors, well, technically 3 colors, complement each other so much. They just blend together so nicely. And then taking the shade Pucker Up, which actually looks a lot more red on pan, but when you actually apply it, it is the most beautiful burnt orange shade, perfect for looks like this, and honestly one of my favorite colors. Really makes my eyes pop, and I'm just using that to deepen up the crease. Again, taking the shade Fine Wine from the Ultimate Goddess palette, doing the same sort of motion but applying a little bit less, just going from light to dark to further deepen up the crease, so when we carve out the crease they all show up. Speaking of which, both eyes are now done, so I'm going to go ahead and use concealer just to carve out my lid, ready for the lid shade, which is going to be October. I think this is definitely one of my favorite shades out of every single one from the Ultimate Goddess palette. It's so pigmented, the perfect bronze for a signature bronze smoky eye. I am low-key, actually high-key obsessed with that color. But again, going back in with Pucker Up just to blend it all together and make sure there is like a smooth transition and just to reimburse that shade. And then finally taking the shade 70%, I'm just gonna use the tape that I've laid down to create a smoky wing. I've been loving doing this recently. I just think it's a little bit softer. And then highlighting my inner corner using the shade Coconut Latte. This is the most perfect champagne inner corner highlight. It's all I've been using recently, and yeah, I'm obsessed. Can I say obsessed any more times? I think I probably can. But now we can remove the tape, and I'm just going to get a wipe and clean up under my eyes where necessary, and then we can finish off the eye look by popping on some lashes. I also went ahead and did brows and the rest of my face, so then I could finish off the eyes by taking the shade Tantastic from the Ultimate Goddess palette, one of my favorite transition shades. Applied mascara, and these are the eyes complete, literally one of my favorite eye looks ever, and I can't believe I'm using my palette to do it. Anyway, now onto the face side of things, taking the shade Indulge, which is a really beautiful matte warm brown, perfect for contouring or bronzing or anything like that. You can totally build this color up as well. I'm making sure not to apply it too much so it doesn't look too heavy on my skin tone. And then taking the shade Blonde to contour my nose. This is all I've been using. It's the perfect nose contour shade for me, but if you have slightly fairer skin, you can use this shade to contour your whole face with if you want to. But now my favorite part, shimmery bronzer, and I can't believe I've created like my favorite one ever. This is the shade Golden Hour from the Goddess on the Go palette. It just gives the most beautiful glow to the skin, and I'm going to go ahead and douse it all over my body as well, because you can use this palette for whatever you want. Now on to a blusher. This is the shade Sun-Kissed. It's like my favorite blusher. You guys know I'm not a huge blusher wearer, so I wanted to create something that was going to suit everyone and just make you look sun-kissed, you know. Now my favorite part as well, highlighting. This is the Ultimate Goddess shade. As you can see, it's not as yellow as it appears in the pan. It is the most amazing underlying highlight for me personally. Just gives, look, like gold vibes on your face. So I like to douse this kind of everywhere pretty much, like nose, forehead, anywhere that the sun's really gonna hit me, and use this as like my base highlighter, because then I go in with the shade Get It Poppin' from the Goddess on the Go palette on the top. My ultimate combination. I've been wearing this non-stop. It is so pretty. I am so obsessed, but this is the finished makeup tutorial using both palettes. Cannot believe those words are coming out of my mouth. A signature Rachel Bronze Goddess look that I really hope you guys enjoyed. So that is the end of the first ever tutorial I have done using the Revolution Rachel Leary palettes on camera. I still can't believe I'm saying this or doing this again. I just want to say the biggest thank you to all of you guys that support me anyway, and to all of you guys that may now support me in the future. Obviously the biggest of thank you to the whole Revolution team and Adam for believing in me to create what I think is like the best product ever. All the information should hopefully be in the description bar down below. I know I would have said it at the beginning of the video, but it is available to buy right now from revolutionbeauty.com, superdrug.com, and in stores in Superdrug and on Beauty Bay as well right now. So if you want to purchase them right now, you can. I really hope you guys love them as much as I love them. Like I said also at the beginning, I have done a slightly more colourful look over on my YouTube channel if you want to go and check that out as well, just to show you how versatile these palettes can be. But I wanted to do a signature Rachel look here for the Revolution channel, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Make sure to check it all out down below. I'm gonna shut up now, but I will see you very soon. Bye guys.